Well, well, well. Don't know if I've welcomed you all back to Manchester, but I think it's a month of funny flags and LG TV 4K pluses. Have you got your 72-inch Ultra HD one, 4K plus? Or are you more an LG or a TV? Anyway, it looks like she's painting the Russian flag all over Cafe Nero. What would Emperor Nero say? I don't know. May the Manchester adventures of You're Not a Tram commence. We're on 10 times optical. I gotta know when to bring it back to 3 times optical zoom. For the international audience, yes, we've got plain police cars undercover. This one here is a Toyota Corolla. 3 times zoom. That was close. The lady had to pull back. Almost another smashy tram situation. Poodle with a big Generation Z noodle. I like your poodles.
Thank you very much.
Especially the pink tails. Oh my goodness. My God. Poison dart frog coloration toxicity has come to the hounds. To the hounds. What I mean by poison dart frog coloration? Well, look at Lloyd's Bank. Some extremely bright colors to warn you. Whoa, maybe it's toxic. Or if we look over here, some ladies, also men, sometimes choose the brightest colors in nature. And it serves as a warning to anyone thinking of touching them or interacting with them that it may be highly dangerous. And we have to thank nature for these warnings. Seeing Cracky Gardens, or in honor of Aaron Johnson, aka the Looking Glass, Crackadilly Gardens. That reminds me, oh my God, the Looking Glass is being sentenced today at Manchester Crown Court. It's, what time is it? It's 2 o'clock, have I missed it? Kuoni are doing the, as you can see, the Pride primary colors. And they're a travel company, as you can see. But what's hilarious, hello, hi. The main thing they're at, it's Turkey. Is that's the big mosque, the former Hagia Sophia when it was Constantinople. But what's funny about Turkey, type in Turkey LGBT marches, and you'll see how the Turkish agree with that. So it's just very funny that Kuoni, at the same time, they're virtue signaling very hard. They're advertising holidays to places where if you flew that flag in public, you'd get water cannoned. True story, look it up. I'd just like to thank the English working classes, because since the civil unrest, every city I've been to has been very well policed. Almost, you know, almost a good thing. Oh God. I'd like to thank DJE Media for correcting me. It wasn't Crawley, it was Aldershot, where he managed to capture the free thinking of that female sergeant, police sergeant, where she goes, hold on a sec, no, we can't treat people the same, or that would be unfair. And then her colleagues were like, Sarah, come back here, zip it, Sarah. Anyway, why am I filming at this angle? There's now 3 of them. 3 of them. Guy getting done for cigarette butt dropping or something, and he deserves it for having his anime hoodie. Look at him, baseball cap at that age. Shouldn't be dropping litter. Here on the Which Way bus to Burnley from central Manchester, they have fully tinted windows to hide the shame of wanting to go to Burnley. X43, eh? Well, X43 versus Pride Festival. X43 will be disrupted. Is it just me, or does this Honda look like Iron Man? Everyone's getting ready to celebrate what used to be a sin of pride. I've just come out of Crown Square, Crown Court. There's your logo. And it's no Aaron Johnson, the Looking Glass. I'm going to head up to the Minchell Street Crown Court. It's a 10-minute walk that way. And I don't know what I'm aiming to do, but if I could give him some moral support and a smile and wave to him and let him know he's not by himself. Not that I can change the result, but I can certainly go on my YouTube channel and say that a custodial prison sentence for a man upset at little girls getting stabbed, calling a Middle Eastern man a dirty terrorist. Prison? You can do it. You can do it. Yes, it's only a cloth. He needs to put a hook on it. A hook. Oh, okay, at the top of King Street, Rosso has become SIBO. Listen to that fake laughter. How insincere. You have to admire Mercedes for sticking with this refrigeration kitchen appliance, and people still paying over £100,000 for it. They love it. You want a box? It looks like a fridge? We'll sell it to you. Well, I've been into the court and I had to give all my keys and phone, and I went onto the list. Aaron Johnson was at 10:30 this morning, so I went back to the staff. I said, oh, how do I find out what happened? He's been sentenced. He said, oh, go to the court office. So I go to the court office. Luckily, there's no one there ahead of me, so I get seen straight away. I say I would like to know the sentence for Aaron Johnson, 10:30 this morning in the court. And she goes, oh, he's not been sentenced. I was like, oh, Aaron Johnson's not been sentenced. He's been in his sentencing. He's not received a sentence at the Crown Court. She's like, no. It's like, what happened? And she read out a transcript of the court. The judge says, Mr. Johnson, you are here without a lawyer. You really should have legal representation for your sentencing. Aaron Johnson says, I want to represent myself. The judge then says, we thoroughly recommend, you really should have a lawyer. Aaron Johnson says, okay, I will have a solicitor for my sentencing. The judge then goes, well, I can't sentence you now. Come back, and by this point I wasn't even paying attention to what the date was. Come back in September, October, November. So I cannot for the I gotta get out of this wind. Here's a little corner out of the wind. I cannot for the life of me understand why Aaron would postpone his own sentencing when he's being held in custody anyway. If he was at home on bail, if he was out making YouTube videos, fair enough. Postpone it. Do it next year. But when you're in a jail cell, you gotta get that shit over and done with. It doesn't make any sense. Now, I feel my viewers deserve the very fastest information, but also at the highest quality. And so rather than doing things live, which sometimes you get really shit video and audio, I film in 4K. I try and give you guys beautiful photons, and then I try and make the videos come out a few hours later. But today, after what you've just heard from outside the Crown Court at Minchell Street, I'm going to go rush to an area of very fast internet now. I'm going to render this video and I'm going to launch it for you guys, because why wait until tonight for news about a YouTuber, in my opinion, effing up his own sentencing, destinying, well, what's the word? Being destined. Hello, mate, all good. Being destined for more time in limbo. He is in purgatory. Purgatory, if you prefer. But you've been to court, you've pled guilty, the judges want to throw you in jail, and they throw you in jail for a period called remand, or pre-sentencing remand, prison. In fact, I don't know if I'm getting the technicalities right here. Remand is when you're still innocent. So he was held in prison. Look at that. He was held in prison on remand. He pled guilty. He went back to prison as not a free man. And then he could have found out today his fate. 9 months in jail, and then he'd be out within 40%, he'd be out in 4 months. 1 year in prison, he'd be out in 5 months. But he's gone back to limbo. He's gone back to purgatory, and it doesn't make any sense.